News at 6:30 starts right now.
It's pretty disturbing. I mean, it's somebody trying to help somebody else out, and something like this happens. So.
A mother and 3 children found dead this morning inside their Central Toledo home. Thanks for joining us. I'm Laura Emerson.
And I'm Sean Hegarty. Here's the news for Wednesday, March 23rd. Toledo police believe the victims died from carbon monoxide poisoning. Fox Toledo Sharia Davis is on the scene in Central Toledo with what investigators say happened.
Investigators say the family just moved inside the house on Hamilton Street. Now, neighbors say the family moved there a couple of weeks ago. But when detectives went inside, there was no gas or electricity, but they did find a generator inside the kitchen.
Well, supposedly there was a generator that was running to keep the heater going.
Sergeant Phil Toney says the investigation is still in its early stages, but he and a Lucas County coroner believe 39-year-old Tamara McDaniel, 18-year-old Damien Reyes, 16-year-old Dominique Reyes, and 10-year-old Taralynn Wood died from carbon monoxide poisoning.
I mean, had the generator not been there, maybe it wouldn't have happened.
Investigators were called to this home just before 10:30 this morning. When they arrived at the scene, they found the victims inside the living room. They also found a dead puppy. Neighbors say they're at loss for words and shocked to see something like this happen.
Yes, it was just a nice family just trying to make it do the best that they could.
Now, Sergeant Toney says the property owner allowed the family to stay there. That owner went to check on the family this morning and found them all unresponsive. Neighbors say they don't know why the woman and 3 children decided to stay there without heat or electricity, but they wish the family would have asked for help.
Sometimes we got to let our pride and, we have to humble ourselves and just ask for help.
The owner was taken in for questioning. No charges have been filed as of yet. The Lucas County Coroner's Office will conduct an autopsy tomorrow. Reporting in Central Toledo, Sharia Davis, Fox Toledo News.
Authorities report finding no carbon monoxide detectors in the home. So the poisonous gas lived up to its nickname, the silent killer. Fox Toledo's Kevin Milliken is live with what experts say can be some lessons learned from this tragedy.
Now, it may sound like simple common sense not to run a generator indoors, but that's the only source of electric or heat this family had, along with many others, too, during the recent ice storms. The exact same thing can happen with everyday appliances, a faulty furnace, a leaky gas stove, even a poorly ventilated kerosene heater.
It's very sad that something like that had to happen just by, running a generator in a house. I wish someone would have told them, you got to take it outside.
But the same thing could happen with anything that burns natural gas, any fossil fuel at all. Poor ventilation and carbon monoxide are a deadly cocktail. That's why you should never try to add extra heat in your house with a gas broiler or stove.
Carbon monoxide is very light, and it virtually infiltrates the air and travels everywhere.
Still doubtful? Look what happens with a lit cigarette.
Look at the carbon monoxide. Right, there's 600, 700, 800, 1,000, 1,200, 1,300. Absolutely fatal. Absolutely fatal.
Now imagine a faulty appliance giving off that kind of carbon monoxide, let alone a generator.
A matter of minutes, not hours. It's going to fill that house up very quickly with dangerous levels of carbon monoxide.
That's why an early warning system, a carbon monoxide detector, is important.
I think this is just as important as a smoke detector.
There's also a new twist to the old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. At least have it looked at. The alternative could be a deadly decision.
And to have the carbon monoxide checked within your furnace, even in your dryer, water heater, to make sure that it's burning properly.
Now, the first sign of a carbon monoxide problem is a persistent headache. You can even get a carbon monoxide detector for as low as $20. Live in the newsroom, Kevin Milliken, Fox Toledo News.